Hey everyone, and welcome back to Beauty by Violet, and I am back with another look for you today. This is actually 3 looks in one, and I am doing this tutorial using the new Lorac Pro Palette 2. I loved the first one. I use it all the time. I just used it today on a bride. So this is the 2, and this one has, just like the last one, it has both matte and shimmery shades. And to me, that is a perfect palette. It also has to have a matte skin tone shade and then a black. Otherwise, you need another palette or more colors. It's not just gonna work on its own. But I'm gonna show you how to do 3 different looks using this one palette. And it is going to be a natural look, a dramatic look, and something in between. I tried to make all 3 looks really wearable, and these would also work great for if you were doing bridal work. So for bridesmaids or for brides. And I love the colors in this palette. There's so many different ones. Like there's neutral colors, but then there's also like pinks and kind of mango-y colors. So this is going to be a really fun palette, and I'm going to be doing a lot more looks with it. So if you want to see how I did this look using the Lorac Pro Palette 2 3-in-1, just keep watching. So I'm going to use an eye primer, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. You're going to put it from the lash line all the way up to the brow, blending it in. And then you're just going to put a little bit on the tip of your brush, and you're going to put it underneath the lower lash line, because we are going to be putting some color there, and this is going to hold everything in place so it doesn't run down. We are going to do something pretty simple, and I'm going to show you how to make it natural looking first. And then we're going to take it to right in between natural and dramatic, and then we're going to take it to more dramatic. I'm going to pick up a big fluffy dome shaped brush, and this is real soft bristles, and it's in a dome shape. So you've got a tip, so if you wanted to apply it lightly, you could just get a line, but you can also press and get a better disbursement. I'm going to start out with this color right here. And this is called Nectar, and it's kind of a peachy pink color. I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm going to put it right in the crease. And this brush is going to deposit less color because the bristles are fluffier and not as dense. And you can blend it out more. It's not going to be as dark. So you just want to blend that, and you can go up as high or as low with this as you want. Just make sure that you have some space up there. Next, we are going to switch to a 239 brush. This is a flat, stiff shader brush. And this is a MAC brush. So I'm going to pick up this color here. It's called Snow. And it's a white shimmery color. And I'm going to pick it up so that I'm pressing my brush, wait, can you see that? into the color on the side. And then we are going to press it on to the lid, but we're going to start at the inner corner, and we're only going to go over about halfway with this color. I'm going to wipe that brush off, and we're going to go in with the color Rose right here. And same thing, I'm going to put it on the side of the brush, and then I'm going to be pressing it on the second half. And then you want to just bring it over into that white a little. Press on the white so that you get a nice contrast there, so it's switching from one to the other. I'm going to pick up some of this color here, this light brown. It is kind of, it's a really light brown. And I'm going to use a stiff crease brush. It's a stiff blending brush, so the bristles are very stiff. I'm going to pick it up and we're going to just put it in the crease right here. And we are also going to take some and you're kind of just filling in the last little part here on the outer part of the eye. Pick up your big fluffy dome shaped brush and you can blend that too in the crease. So, because we want this to be really natural, nothing too defined. Next, we are going to pick up a big fluffy shader brush. This is going to help with blending. So I'm going to use this color here. It's called Buff. And we're going to put some on the end of the brush. And we're just going to put it underneath the brow bone. And you can use that to also blend just above those colors, kind of the edge, so that they're fading into each other really nicely. For liner is Brun. Again, it's this one right here. And you're going to use an angled liner brush. And you're just going to be pressing the color on so you don't get a whole lot of fallout. And it's easier, if you're not too experienced with liner, to press it instead of trying to swipe a straight line. So I'm going to go all the way in with this. And using a shadow as a liner is going to be really soft. So it's not going to be too much for anyone. I've never had anyone say that's too dark. I'm going to use the Aqua Smoky Lash Mascara. So, put the mascara on there and I'm going to apply it to the bottom of their lashes first. And then you're going to take set it on the top and twirl it, and it will very easily apply more mascara. We're gonna move on to the bottom liner, basically. And what I'm going to do is take a little tiny smudger brush, and we're gonna start out with that color Snow again. And I'm going to put it just on the lower inner corner. And having a lighter shimmery color on the inner corner is going to actually open the eyes up. So if somebody has small eyes and you want to make them look bigger, that's something that you can do. All right, so next I'm going to use that second color we used, Rose. I'm gonna pick some of that up and I'm gonna apply that from the outer corner in, and I'm gonna have it meet up with that lighter color and kind of smudge over it just a little bit so that they blend nicely together. So I'm gonna use that same color that I used on the top of the top liner. I'm going to use that, Brun, and my angled liner brush again. And I'm just going to put it just on the very outside, right in the lash line, just kind of smudging it. And then you can pull it over until it kind of just fades, and it should fade about a third of the way in. So, I'm going to do the bottom lashes. So, onto the face, I'm going to grab my sculpting powders. And since we're doing something pretty natural here, I'm just gonna use, probably just gonna like mix these two together. Oh, can you see that? These two lighter ones. And I'm just going to use a bigger powder brush for this because I want this to be really soft, not too sculpted. So I'm going to pick on the tip of my brush, I'm going to pick both of these up. And I'm just gonna diffuse it right in underneath the cheekbone. And you can even go up onto the cheekbone a little because the blush and the bronzer will just kind of blend together. You can take some of that and go around the hairline. That's where the sun's gonna normally hit us anyways. So you're adding color back in. All right, I'm gonna use the same brush because again, we're going soft here, and I'm going to use a blush, and I'm going to use one from MAC. Let's see, I'm going to use this one right here. This one is called Blush Baby. I'm going to put it on the side of the brush this time. And I'm going to put it on the cheekbones all the way to the apples of the cheeks. And sometimes you have to make them smile to see them. So. For the lips, I'm going to use a Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in number 1C. And you're going to line the lips and fill them in. This is going to give the lipstick something to stick to. I'm going to use, I think we'll go with Cream Cup, and that is this one right here. Just like a nudie pink color. I'm going to take some of that out with a spatula and the lip brush. I'm going to put a gloss over that. Then basically 3 layers are going to have to wear off before it's gone. And let's see, let's go with, this is Underage for MAC. Put some of that on my mixing palette. Use my lip brush. Put some of that on. Now we are going to make this look a little bit more dramatic. So we're going to go back to the eyes and we're going to make them a little bit more dramatic. And we're just going to do like in between, not too terribly dramatic. So what I'm going to have you do is just pick up a little of this color right here. It's called Mocha. And we're going to put it on our flat stiff shader brush right on the side again, and we're going to put that on the outer 1/3 of the eye, just kind of crossing over that like champagne-y color we put on initially. What was that? Rose. And do the same over here. Then we're going to pick up our stiff dome shape brush, our blending brush. We're going to pick up that same color. And we're going to put that in the crease. We're just staining the crease with this because we kind of want that mango color, is that what it was? Nectar, to show through up there. I'm going to pick up our big fluffy dome shape brush and we're going to blend that. And that way it'll diffuse the color a little bit because we don't want it to be, you know, just one little line there. Next, I'm just going to take a pencil brush. This is a MAC 217. And I'm going to pick up the color Cocoa, which is just a warm brown color. And it's got a little shimmer to it too. And we're just going to place that on the outer corner. So I'm just kind of brushing up towards the brow a little bit. And then we're going to pull over. So this is going to just deepen the very outer corner. Just a little bit. It's not too dramatic. It's just right in between. And then we're just going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to pick up our big fluffy dome shaped brush and just blend over that so we kind of diffuse it a little bit. We don't want it to be too harsh. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our angled liner brush and we're going to replace that brown shadow with a black shadow. So it's just increasing the drama just a little bit. So we're just going to be pressing that on. And if you're pressing, you shouldn't get a whole lot of fallout. And then just go all the way into the inner corner. So then I'm going to go to the lower lash line, and I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of that black again and just smudge it just on the outer third like we did before. So then for the rest of the face, we're going to intensify all that too, just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sculpting palette, and I'm going to take, let's see if you can see this darker one right here. This is called Shade Stir. It's one of my favorites. But I'm going to use the same brush, the big powder brush, and pick some of that up on the end. And then again, we're just going to kind of be making circular motions in the hollows of the cheeks and then brushing it up onto the cheekbone. We're going to do something a little different with the blush too. What I'm going to have you do is kind of pinch your powder brush, and let's see, we're going to kind of add a little bit different colors here. Let's go with, well, let's just stick with this blush baby. I think that one will be good, but kind of pinch your brush, and then what you're going to do is kind of go in kind of a check mark, and you're going to be not on the tops of the cheekbones. You're going to be just below that, and just sweeping it back and forth so you're blending it. This is going to give you just a little bit of a different look, and it's not going to be as, you know, baby fresh where you've got a disbursement of soft color. It's going to put more color here, which is going to lift the cheekbones up. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take our Silver Dust highlighter from MAC, or any other one, but this is my favorite, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use a fan brush for this so I can get a kind of a light application. I'm going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones and on the apples of my cheeks. And because of the blush underneath it, it's just going to really lift the cheekbones. And we're not going to change the lips, because the more you got going on with the eyes, the more you want to kind of tone down the lips. So this is the final look for the second. Okay, so now we're gonna amp that up even more, and this look is going to be the dramatic look. I'm going to take Cocoa. I'm gonna take my flat stiff shader brush, and I'm gonna take that color Cocoa, and I'm going to pack that on the outer third of the eye. And then I'm going to take our stiff dome shape brush, stiff blending brush, and I'm going to pick up more of that Cocoa. Now I'm going to tap it off a little, because these brushes can give you more fallout. And I'm going to put that in the crease, just like that, and just leave it for now. Let's take our big fluffy dome shaped brush. We're going to blend that. We want it to diffuse nicely. I'm going to pick up that pencil brush again, and I'm going to go in with that color black, and we're going to do the same thing with drawing the line. And you're making kind of a triangle going up in the crease, and then you're pulling over, just sweeping it over. And it's going to kind of diffuse it a little, and we're going to blend it a little bit more in a little bit. Since it's black, it's going to be a little bit harder to blend, so I'm going to use a stiff dome shape brush to blend that. And we'll just really sweeping back and forth, but kind of going in circular motions too throughout the crease to get that color moving. So to add to the drama, I am going to get out my gel eyeliner. It's my MAC Black Chalk Fluid Line. And I'm going to use my angled liner brush and pick some of that up. This is going to darken the eyeliner even more. It's just going to make it a little sharper too, because it's not going to be as soft with the gel eyeliner. Now underneath the eye, we're just going to smoke it out just a little bit more and add some darker colors. So what I'm going to do is take my flat, stiff shader brush. I've just kind of wiped it off a little. And in that Lorac Pro Palette, we're going to pick up some of this color here, which right there, what is that one? Light brown, that's what it is. Okay, we're gonna put it on the end of the shader brush and we're gonna run it underneath the eye like this. So it's got a wider head than the smudger brush had, so it's going to distribute more color, kind of smoke it out more. We're gonna go in with a pencil brush and we're going to use the color Cocoa, and we're gonna run that just from the outer corner about halfway over. You're going to pick up your angled liner brush and some of that gel eyeliner, and we're gonna just smudge that just a little tiny bit right on the outer part. And then, see, I'm gonna get some of both, and then I'm just gonna kind of wipe off my brush because I don't want to add any more color. I just want to smudge this out. So I'm just gonna kind of smudge it. If you want it any more dramatic than that, one option is to take a kohl pencil and your fluid line and just dip it in there, and you can run it in the waterline. And that is going to intensify the look even more. For the face, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat cheek brush and I'm going to pick up my sculpting powders again. And I'm going to take that darker one again, Shade Stir, put it on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to just kind of draw a line right here. Now this is what we more call sculpting. So you can put that line there. Then you're going to pick up your powder brush and you can take a lighter color on there. So I'm just going to like mix these two here. And that'll help you like blend out this bronzer. And kind of blend that a little. Okay, so for the blush, we're gonna go a little bit darker, and I'm gonna take something that has a little shimmer in it too. I'm gonna use this one right here. It's called Peach Twist. I'm gonna take my flat cheek brush and I'm gonna just put some on the side of the brush. And then I'm only going to put it on the backs of the cheekbones. This is gonna give more of a sculpted look because just the backs of the cheeks are going to have color on them. So it's gonna give you a different look. Okay. And we pretty much already have the highlighter on. Adding the bronzer under here and the color up here is going to kind of pull up your entire apples and your cheekbones, but instead of making you look like you've got rounded apples, the focus is going to be over here. So it's just going to kind of pull your face upward and give you more of an elongated look. Again, we're just going to leave the lips the way they are because we've got a lot going on with the rest of the face. So that completes the 3-in-1 look using the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I'm going to be doing a lot more looks with this. I know that there is just a ton of looks that can be done with this palette, and I just started playing with it. So lots more to come there. If you want to see what products I used, I will put a link to my blog below and I'll list all of them out. And if you want to check out my website, there's more tutorials on there. My website is face2facewithviolet.com. And on my website, you're going to find tutorials about skin, about makeup, lots of different looks. There's also airbrush looks on there. If you guys want to see a certain look, make sure to click below to contact me and just let me know what kind of a look you want to see. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you subscribe.